This is the book of 2 Corinthians 2:11, and it reads that Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'ashab, Yahushai, Ba'ashab, Makakodash, Brakatam. Double honors shall go to apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone to continue to teach and to rule well. Shalom to the Akims of Great Millstone and like-minded camps and individuals to continue to teach as one body, who continue to be out on the highways and byways, risking their lives for the greater good. And also shalom to sincere Aquats who continuously learning in silence, as the Holy Scriptures have commanded for you to do so. This is Azariah Gabar, representing the King is Coming channel, back at it with another lesson for edification purposes. All right? So, I just read 2 Corinthians 2:11, and this is becoming more and more of a holy anthem for us, hopeful 1/3 of the elect of Yasharallah. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And that word devices means evil, wicked thoughts. So this lesson will be titled today, going from 5G to 6G, because to the average Joe Schmo and Joettes, okay, when you're talking about, 4G, 5G, 6G, they're going to say, oh, well, that's great for us because that can give us more faster internet connections and we can do our tasks much more quicker and efficiently. All right? But when you are the man of the elect and even the woman of the elect, well, you're going to have a much higher spiritual interpretation. All right? Because this 5G is more than just quicker wireless internet connections. All right? So, very quickly, I want to cue up this imagery. It says, fact sheet. President Donald J. Trump takes action to win the 6G race. Okay? So this is straight out of the whitehouse.gov website. So this is legitimate. Excuse me. So there's one particular bullet, and this is a whole lot of information. I'm not going to go through it. But this one particular bullet point that I want to emphasize, and it reads, 6G networks will provide a foundation to operate cutting-edge technologies of the next decade, including AI, robotics, implantable technologies, hint, hint, and many other advancements. It will also deliver dramatically faster connection speeds, ultra low latency, and higher data capacity. All right, so like I just mentioned, to the average Joes and Joettes, this is great. Oh yes, wonderful. This is great for us. So let me display this image so you guys can see this for yourselves. All right? You see that 6G? Implantable technologies? Let me zoom it up more. Okay? So, quick quiz. What is this implantable technologies that the Trump administration wants to put out there? Ding, ding, ding. Revelation 13:16, aka that Mark the Beast, or that RFID microchip. All right? So that's what that really means. So, you individuals out there, y'all probably just waking up out of bed, stumbling, probably still having a hangover because Y'all was celebrating New Year's. Well, yeah, I keep doing that. Keep doing it. That's all we're going to tell you. So I did several AI overviews regarding 5G and the correlation to Satan's wicked devices. So the first one I did was, when was 5G first established? So it reads, 5G first launched in the US in late 2018 with AT&T offering a mobile hotspot, followed by a limited service in select cities in April 2019. Okay. From Verizon, with broader rollouts by T-Mobile and other expanding significantly through the 2019 and 2020, building up towards the first nationwide network by December 2019. All right, so just stay tuned. Bear with me. I'm going to get to my point. Slakia. With the correlation. So then I did another correlation search. As far as when that C19 was first, brought to light. And it reads, CDC reports the first laboratory confirmed case of the 2019 C19 in the U.S. from samples taken on January 18th in Washington State, and on the same day activates its Emergency Operations Center, EOC, to respond to the emergent outbreak. All right? See where I'm going with this? And then another AI overview. And it was about the C19 vaccines containing nanobots. So, of course, Esau's going to lie. And I got the answer. It reads, no, C19 vaccines did not contain nanobots, little computers or robots. Yeah, right. The confusion stems from the use of lipid nanoparticles, LNPs, which are tiny protective fat bubbles that serve as a delivery system for the vaccine's active ingredient. Okay? Then I did one more AI overview about medical nanobots. And it reads, medical nanobots aren't in widespread clinical use today. You're right, once again, but they're rapidly moving from labs to real-world application, with research focusing heavily on targeted cancer therapy, non-invasive surgery, okay, with several companies actively preparing for human clinical trials, which is already going on. Think of them as tiny submarines for your bloodstream, currently being tested to find and destroy cancer, clear plaque, or deliver medicine precisely, paving the way for futuristic treatments. Okay? And then I did one more AI overview, and it says, yes, nanobots are actively being developed and controlled using various wireless signals, primarily magnetic fields, ultrasound, and sometimes radio frequencies, that RFID. Okay? So there goes your correlation between 5G, C19 vaccines, well, C19 period, the C19 vaccines, and the nanobot technologies. Salakia. So those four principles right there is what I'm going with this. Wicked devices. We're not ignorant of them, okay? So I want to cue up a quick video to further prove my point. But before I do so, fair use of the 1976 Copyright Act. For this video is strictly for education and edification purposes only. I'm not making a dime off this video, all right? So the name of this video is Elon Musk unveils Neuralink chip that turns your body into a smartphone, because I'm hearing more and more rumblings that in the year 2030, they want to phase out the physical smartphones altogether and replace those smartphones with, guess what? Those implantable 6G technologies. So Slovakia, well, not Slovakia. Well, yeah, Slovakia, while I queue up this video.
In recent months, one and the same topic has been heard with increasing frequency in the technological circles of Silicon Valley and on closed investor forums, a topic that until recently seemed like fantasy, but is now being discussed in whispers even inside the world's largest corporations. It concerns the idea that Elon Musk, a person who has already changed entire industries from the automotive sector to space, has allegedly come very close to creating the world's first next-generation integrated AI chip based on Neuralink technologies, designed not simply for interaction with devices, but for direct implantation under the human skin, with the ability to project visual information and maintain constant connection to artificial intelligence. According to sources close to the development, this project inside the company is seen not as another gadget, but as the next step in the evolution of the interface between humans and the digital world. Several reputable publications, including Bloomberg and the Wall Street Journal, have in recent weeks published cautious reports that Neuralink has accelerated hiring of specialists in neurobiology, photonics, and neurovisual interfaces, which indirectly confirms rumors about work on a device that goes far beyond medical implants for people with disabilities.
Medical
Insiders
implants.
claim that the concept of the future chip is radically different from anything the market has seen before.
Running breaks your joints. Tai Chi builds them back. After 50
Stupid Slovakia.
4. It is not just a neural interface for transmitting commands, but a full-fledged AI module integrated into the human body, capable of processing information in real time, connecting to cloud computing, and projecting images either directly into the visual cortex or through subdermal microprojection systems that use the tissues of the arm or palm as a carrier of the visual interface. Inside the company, a scenario is reportedly being discussed in which a person literally looks at information without taking out a phone,
See
without
that?
putting on glasses, and without using a screen in the usual sense. This appears to be a logical continuation of Musk's ideas about a future without smartphones, which he has repeatedly voiced publicly, stating that screens are a temporary solution and that
Okay.
the true interface.
That's a super duper long video. So I just wanted to get to the point of that video. All right. How Elon Musk is looking to take it to the next level and to produce Slovakia, an implantable technology that was mentioned in that WhiteHouse.gov 6G arms race. So that 6G race, okay? Implantable technologies, aka the Mott B, mark of the beast. All right? So if this does not wake the hell you other people up, nothing will. I mean it. Nothing will. Y'all gonna get caught out there and take that thing. All right? So to conclude this lesson, Ephesians 5:15. And it reads, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Woo! Man. As a matter of fact, this scripture should be it should be imprinted in your brains. Okay? That you can recite this scripture without having to look it up in the Bible. That should automatically be in your thought process. Ephesians 5:15, amongst other scriptures. All right? Because now more than ever, you must walk circumspectly. and stop being fools, but start to be wise. Period. So hopefully someone gets true edification from this beautiful lesson today, because your life may depend on it. You heard? So I'm going to close out this lesson for today. And as always, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Makakudash Bakatam, Kwam Yasharala Rise Israel. And as always, Lord willing, on to the next video. Shalom.